Hello guys, I'm Edward. Welcome to another video in which I'll talk about the marble fade pattern. It's an older pattern and it used to be, if not the best, maybe in top 3 or so. But after they entered the gamma case, the pattern dropped a lot in price. However, I've noticed that lately it started gaining value again. So right now, the cheapest marble fade knife you can get is probably around $60 or $70, and the most expensive one would be probably around $2,500. I'll talk about Fire&Ice, which is the best pattern you can get for a marble fade knife, and I'll also talk about tricolor, fake Fire&Ice, and everything you need to know about this pattern. I'll explain to you why you can get more money for your knife, if it's the case of course, how you can price check your own knife, how to know what kind of pattern you have, and pretty much all you need to know about this pattern. I'll just start with the cheapest one, which is the gut knife, and I'll finish with the most expensive, which is the Karambit of course, and I'll also give you estimate prices for every knife. I want to start with the basics. Every marble fade knife can have up to 3 colors: yellow, blue and red. This is also the order of the preferences, so the least desired color is yellow. If a knife has only red and blue on it, it's called the Fire&Ice, and it's the most valuable pattern you can get on a marble fade knife. Out of all the knives that have this pattern, only the M9 Bayonet cannot have a pattern called Fire&Ice. I will start with the cheapest knives, the gut knives, and I'll keep going up in price, and I'll explain how much they cost and what difference does the pattern make. Okay, this is a normal gut marble fade. Because it has blue, yellow and red, it's obvious it's not a Fire&Ice. This is a gut marble fade Fire&Ice, and the normal price for this would be market price plus 5 keys or something. The next knife I want to show you guys, the flip marble fade. This is how a normal one looks: yellow, blue, red. Okay, a normal flip would sell for 65 keys or maybe a bit more depending on the float. However, Fire&Ice would sell for 100 keys or maybe a bit more depending on what pattern it is. And this is the perfect moment to show you guys a guide made by someone called Pixel. It's probably the best guy there is for the marble fade knives, and he pretty much shows every pattern that is called the Fire&Ice. It starts with the best one, the pattern 412, and then in the bottom part of the page it has a table that has absolutely all the patterns for the Fire&Ice. So for example, if we go here, we'll see a fake Fire&Ice. I say it's fake because it has a little bit of yellow here, and it's pattern number 8. Let me show an example. I search F, Control F, and then pattern number 8. So pattern number 8 would be a fake Fire&Ice. If you scroll up, you'll see here it's flip, Bayonet and gut, which share the same numbers, and Karambit. So scrolling back down, pattern number 8 would be a fake. So for a flip knife, the difference in price would be from 65 keys to maybe 100 or a bit more depending on what max your knife is. This is what a Fire&Ice looks like, only red and blue on it. For example, a knife like this, which is a fake Fire&Ice, would probably cost 70 keys. So a normal flip is 65, a fake fire probably costs maybe 5 keys above, and a Fire&Ice would be 100, maybe 110. The next knife I want to show you guys is the Bayonet marble fade. This is the Bayonet marble fade. It's actually a pretty good looking knife in my opinion. This one is a tricolor. If it would have only a little bit of yellow here, it would be a fake Fire&Ice. And of course, if the full knife would be only blue and red, it would be a Fire&Ice. Again, there are many different patterns here. So you need to check the guide to see exactly what kind of fire and ice max you have. A normal price for a bayonet would be around 100 keys right now. A fake fire and ice would cost maybe 15 keys extra. And a fire and ice would start from around 150 keys. The best pattern for this would probably be around 450 keys. So it's a huge difference between the best pattern for fire and ice and the worst one. This one would be the best one, pattern 412, and the worst one would be 7th max. So between this, which costs around 150 keys, and this one that costs 450 keys, there's a big difference in price. Just check the table and you'll know which one is yours. This is the M9 marble fade bayonet. This one right here is a blue tip, as you can obviously see. The M9 is the only knife that cannot have a fire and ice pattern, simply because it's a big knife and because of the way the pattern is displayed on it. So the value of the M9 marble fade is given by the tip that it has. This one would be an average priced one because it has a blue tip. The cheapest one would be the yellow tip, and the most expensive obviously the red tip. The price starts at around 145 keys for a yellow tip. This one would be around 150, 155, and the most expensive red tip would be 200, maybe 230 keys. The cheapest red tip, I think it would be around 170, 180 keys right now. It's not a big difference like with the Karambit, for example, but it really matters to know what kind of pattern you have and why you can get more money for your knife. The most expensive knife that has the marble fade pattern is obviously the Karambit. This one right here is the Karambit second max from what I think. You can tell this is quite easy just by looking at the percentage of red in this area. If you have some experience with the fire and ice knives, you'll be able to realize if it's a good pattern or not. Also, another good way to know the quality of a knife is by looking at the L letter here. It's a small detail in the pattern that is very easy to see once you know it's there. See the L here. On the worst Karambit fire and ice, the L is not complete, so you basically see a small I here, okay? This one has a complete L and it's pretty far away from the edge, so I think it's a second max or third max. The cheapest Karambit marble fade starts from 160, 170 keys. Then it goes up in price with every single difference. The worst one would be blue here, a lot of yellow, and people call it golden dice. And then if you have more blue on it, it would be a tricolor, then a blue dominant tricolor, and the price goes up by 10-20 keys with every change of the pattern. If you have a similar pattern with this one, but it has a little bit of yellow in this area right here, it will be called the fake fire and ice, and it's worth maybe 220 keys if you have a good one. So from 160, 170 up to 120 keys, from a normal marble fade up to fake fire and ice. And if you have a real fire and ice, the prices start from about 260, 270 keys, and they go up to 1000 keys. The best pattern, the number 412, is close to 1000 keys, especially if it has a good corner. And I'm not even talking about the static knives. I will show you guys the guide, and then I will show you how a fake fire and ice looks like. So this is the guide. The best one has the L here, and it's the farthest away the edge. And the best fake has a little bit of yellow right here, some pixels. This makes a huge difference in price, so people will try to scam you by selling you a fake fire and ice for the price of a real one. Just check the patterns, guys, and you will be safe. Always use MedGem, get the pattern, go to the ranks here, you'll get all the info that you need to trade Karambit safely. Usually the price of a Karambit Fire&Ice will be between 270 keys up to 500 for a second max, for example. The first max is really rare, people don't really sell it. So in order to get the price, just ask me or check Reddit. This is pretty much the info you need to know. I will link this really good guide in the description of the video. And if you have any questions, just ask me. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Share it with your friends if you think it's useful. Keep trading and have fun. Have a good day, guys.